if it's not ice, what could it be? And you look at the structure, it's a very large open structure. There's no posts on the inside. So if you walk through it, and we did, we walked through it a lot, and looked at, if it wasn't an ice rink, what could it be? With a fairly reasonable cost. One of them would be to take out, just take out, because there's concrete on the bottom, on top of the concrete with piping, and it failed. Then they added piping on top with sand, and that's where the ice is built now. If you take out the piping and the sand, then you have a concrete floor, you have a big open room, you could rent that out and you wouldn't have to do anything to it, but there's not a lot of windows, and there's not a lot of amenities, and it's still not accessible. So we looked, well, what could it be used for? And one of the things that we came up with was just knowing the Benson neighborhood and talking to people in the Benson area is that there are a lot of picnicking. There is a lot going on in the summer. And so one of the things we looked at was, and Omaha doesn't have one, is an indoor play picnic area. And this would maybe be, and just conceptually, this would maybe be a 3-season place that has, you could open up the concrete block walls that are facing the lake so that you could open those up facing the lake. You could have a picnic area on that side facing the lake. You could have play structures for adults, seniors, kids. You could have a walking track. You could have a larger walking track around the whole facility. And from the outside, if you want to go back one, then it shows how that would look out to the lake. So we thought that is a potential thing that might be interesting to the neighborhood. The cost of that is about $1.1 million. And that was the estimate on that. Okay, so that is where we kind of stopped. We have looked at things. No decision has been made. I think it's a good idea. We want to get input. One of the things we're doing is the community meetings, and another one is we're doing an electronic survey. It's on your handouts. It's under www.passthepotatoes.com, right here. And you can go in there and you can vote on the different options that you think would be great for Benson. Now we're going to take your comment cards, and then at some point a decision is going to have to be made, but I can tell you right now that there is no dedicated funds to fix Benson. So whatever kind of funds it's going to take to do whatever it's going to take with Benson, we're going to have to find the money.
I was told there was by Pete Festerson at the last meeting. He said there was something like 200,000 at least. I'll have to go back and get my notes. But it was in the budget for 211.
There's money
is that something different than what you're talking about?
To fix Benson, go ahead.
There's money allocated to help parks, and maybe is
for Benson Parks specifically.
Yeah, is that maybe?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I mean,
in the 2011 budget.
In the 2011 budget.
Yeah. So 2011, excuse me.
Not that I'm aware of.
Really? You said that it came up at the last meeting.
At the last meeting.
These meetings? Oh, city council.
Not the last one. It was a while back. It was a couple months ago. I'll get back to him on that, and I'll look back at my notes.
Okay.
So because that's what he told me, that there was actually money allocated for Benson Park, but not necessarily for the skating rink. And when he asked you, could that be used toward the skating rink, you said, if that's what the citizens want. That's what he told me.
There could be some money dedicated. I mean, I don't know if he's talking about capital improvement funds. There's nothing in our budget. If there is any bond fund, and I just don't remember it being in the 2011 budget for Benson, but I don't have it here with me.
I don't have my notes with me, but I'll